sageism, but you can call me Sage. I am in my car today because I am out and about. It's such a beautiful day, and I know that when I get home, I'm going to get swept away, and I'm not going to be able to record this video. And I've been meaning to record a YouTube video for so long, so here we are, okay? Yeah, today's video is about the law of attraction versus the law of assumption. I had a subscriber ask me about this a couple months ago. Time got away from me, and in addition to that, I wasn't really studying the law of assumption just because manifestation was something that was on my radar, and I didn't want to give my full opinion without at least being somewhat immersed in it. Disclaimer, I am not a manifestation coach. I am not a law of attraction expert. I'm just going to be sharing with you some of the things that I have observed and come to conclusions with, okay? And I would also like to point out that each and every single one of us are already master manifestors. We're doing it all the time without effort. It's just the way the universe works. The all is mind, the universe is mental. Quote from the Kabbalion, okay? Right off the bat, from what I can see, law of attraction and law of assumption are really just the same thing. I just feel like law of attraction has become this misconstrued, complicated thing. Like it all came from the same source, and law of assumption is the simplified, pure version of what the law of attraction used to be. But raising your vibration is basically the same as living in the end. Raising your vibration, if you didn't know, really comes or is an integral part of law of attraction, and saying that you have to stay high vibe and be in this frequency in order to attract what you want. But in the law of assumption, it's all about just living in the end. Knowing that what you're asking for is already here, it's already created, and as long as you stay in that state of it's done, I don't have to worry about it, that is when the manifestation appears in your 3D. What the big issue is with the law of attraction is that it's that saying, there are too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people trying to tell you, well, this is how you can do it, this is the way you can get it done, when in reality, it's not that hard. Like even us saying that we have to have a high vibration and write down affirmations using the 3-6-9 method and do all of these things to do what we already naturally do. You are already manifesting all the time. It's like those people who are terrified that they're going to get in a wreck. Is it really that surprising that someone who was always scared they were going to get a wreck happens to get in a wreck? Or someone who feels like cats are assholes. Is it really that surprising that whenever they're around a cat, the cat is like an asshole to them? Now, I know that there are a lot of people who were subscribers to the law of attraction, and when it didn't work out for them, and then they come across the law of assumption and realize how much easier it is and how, you don't have to do all these things, they feel a little bit scorned by the law of attraction, as if it's like all bullshit, and like the people who teach law of attraction are like scammers and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily agree with that, because law of attraction was the first thing that I came across when I was deep in the bowels of depression and like mental health issues, and it genuinely helped me a lot. It taught me that I could be in control of my feeling state and my personal being. And I think for your personal being, the law of attraction is a good thing, depending on who you learn it from. If you learn it from a state of like empowered and like it's all about you and you don't need anyone else to learn it, then I'm all for it. But I think when it comes to moving out of that healing state and manifesting in your 3D what you want, if you want to start having a better relationship or money or a job, house, things like that, I think by far, hands down, the law of assumption is the way to go, because it teaches you that you don't have to force things in the 3D. The law of assumption is really all about working on your self-concept, and what you'll find is that as your self-concept improves, your self-image, which is basically what it is, the things around you naturally start improving. Because let's say if you're trying to manifest $1 million in a year, I don't know, right? If your self-image is saying you're not worthy of that $1 million, of course you're not going to manifest $1 million, or better, or even worse, you create that $1 million and then you lose it and then you're back in square one. But if you're working on your self-concept, that's like, hell yeah, like $1 million is the easiest thing to make. Like, that's nothing. Money is like oxygen. I get it all the time. Like, I don't even have to work for it. I don't have to think about it. If you genuinely and truly believe that, then what you imagine in your mind is going to reflect in your outer world, because everything is just a mirror of you. And that is something really integral in the law of assumption, is that everything is a reflection of you. But on the other side of that, some people are not ready to hear that. For some people, hearing that everything is a reflection of you, and that if you're seeing something undesirable in your external world is an indication of something off in your inner world, that's going to trigger a lot of people, and not a lot of people are ready to hear that. And so maybe something like the law of attraction is a little bit gentler in that aspect. With the law of assumption, like, it's all like, there is nothing greater than you outside of you, and it forces you to take a lot of accountability for where you are, for the things that you don't like, for the things that you do want to create. Like, it really falls on you. And some resources I want to give, two things. Dylan James on YouTube, he talks a lot about relationships, but if you can take out the word relationship and replace it with whatever you would like to manifest, and he has an excellent way of simplifying things and making the law of assumption make sense. I highly, highly recommend him. And he also has some sleep audios that I listened to for 21 days straight, and it really made it so simple in changing my self-concept. So I'll link him down below in the description. And then also, if you used Reddit, the Neville Goddard subreddit, there is just so many gems in there. Editor Sage here. I don't know how this slipped my mind at the time, but I definitely want to mention Neville Goddard, and he is a very pivotal person for the law of assumption. And a few of his books I would like to recommend are The Law and the Promise, The Power of Awareness, and Feeling is the Secret. He does bring in a lot of the Bible into his work, but if that's something that doesn't bother you and you know that there is wisdom in everything, I highly recommend you check those books out as well. In about a month or so, I'm going to talk more about my experience with the law of assumption, because I want to show y'all all the things that I've accomplished and what I've done. That way I can give you a full freaking, maybe like a review on the law of assumption and the changes that have happened. So be on the lookout for that. That's all I'm going to say for the law of assumption. At the end of the day, do I think one is better than the other? Not necessarily, because again, they're the same thing. It's a matter of what resonates with you, because depending on who you ask, you'll get some people that are like, the law of attraction has changed my life and it's all I need. And then another person might say, the law of assumption has changed my life and it's all I need. I see the value in both. When it came to healing, law of attraction helped me a lot. But I think when it comes to actually shifting my reality and the 3D, and going that next level, okay, that's what I would say. I feel like law of attraction, it's good 101, like entry level, and like it'll help you in the beginning, and it can still help you, you know what I'm saying? But the law of assumption, I feel like, is the next level after that, because there are a lot of things I feel like I don't have to struggle with the law of assumption. For instance, like mental diet. I have no issues with like changing my mental diet, because with working with the law of attraction so much, I was already like conditioned to be like, watch your thoughts. That's it, y'all. That's all I have on the law of assumption and the law of attraction. I hope y'all are well. I hope your Halloween was good. I hope you're staying warm and cozy. And you already know, if you're vibing, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time.